Secrets hidden in plain sight. Powers that move the world in the shadows. Questions no one dares to answer. Step beyond the matrix. Subscribe.
Just when you thought things couldn't get no worse, they have AI shopping carts. Oh, what? No. You don't believe me? Grocery stores deploy AI shopping carts stuffed with cameras to track your exact location. I mean, I'm shopping. Why do you want to track my location? I'm just buying fruits and vegetables, right? But it get deeper. Not only do they want to track your location, they want to bombard you with advertisements. I mean, you already have cameras watching everyone that come into the stores. Now you want to watch what we put in our shopping carts. I keep telling people the world really ended in 2020, but they don't want to believe it. All this is getting us ready for smart city. They really want to watch what we eat. I'm not really surprised. Every time we use our cell phones, the camera watch us. We use our laptops, the camera watch us. They have satellites all up in so-called space watching us. It seems like these people that control this world are really fascinated with stalking people. But this is some next level shit. This is just the beginning. If you don't know anything about Smart City or never heard of it, you can stop this video and go and research it. AI shopping carts. Smarter shopping, better living. For who?
So this is one of the things I came here to research, which is the alien bases.
We saw UAPs.
UAPs, we've seen UFOs, we've seen a wider range of things. We've seen ones that were elongato, very long, more like missiles. We've seen ones that are more circular, the traditional, standard kind of boring textbook stuff. We've seen a wide array of those. Those are rare.
I'm always watching.
Have you seen them coming out of them underwater?
Oh yeah, they work their way down, they finally make a hole. The way they go, that water drains down, and sometimes you see them shooting out the side to these big trucks. I've been keeping my eyes pretty open, and I've been looking.
We saw one time, it was absolutely stunning.
I'm on a rifle team with the military.
Me too.
Pretty good at reading. Looking at things. I'm not gonna say, just look at the stuff you know, and the length of it, give you a good judgment.
If I was to bet that little one looks like an entry port right there. The one on the right, that small one, that's probably for a smaller ship. Get a close up of that. What I'd give to get a chance to go up in there. Are you fucking shit? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can count 5 different entry points to this alien base. This is the reason why I've stayed in Antarctica so long. Look at this fucking thing. I'm giving an interview about alien bases and one shows up right behind me. This is a daily thing here. This is something that has kept me in Antarctica because I want to know more. And without the proper military support, I can't go deeper into this because this is NATO territory. It's been closed off. But a guy can wonder and a guy can watch from a distance and document. We've got multiple cameras here so that we can try to get this footage and upload this to the internet where everyone can witness this for free. We don't have to hide this anymore. I'm so sick of the government hiding what's really going on here in Antarctica. This is what's going on. Alien bases that go underwater where you have orbs, you have UFOs, you have UAPs, you have so many different types of vehicles, but this is what keeps me. As much as I love it, I feel like maybe I've hit a threshold. Maybe at some point I can come back and work closer with more scientists. I could potentially work with the U.S. government if they will allow me to be a lead researcher so that we can figure out what's really going on here.
There's a disconnect. That's the problem.
It is concerning, yeah.
Yeah. He thinks the world is going like this. He's just so off base. So, yeah, we're going to bring him home. Yeah. We're going to get him some help.
I think a lot of people are scared and they come at it from a fear angle. But for me, I come from an open heart and open arms. And I welcome the aliens in. And that's why I've had so many interactions with UFO ships. That's why I've seen them time after time. Because I know I have an open mind to this, but an open heart. And I know the aliens can pick up on that. Of course, there's also the walls that surround it.
Some serious stuff going on. That's why I'm contacting you. That's why I'm doing this.
2319, c'est le code d'urgence dans Monster Inc. Le film où les monstres terrifient les enfants pour extraire leur énergie. Mais le traumatisme, c'est aussi une porte d'entrée, un passage pour l'entité. Comme dans Disclosure Day. Margaret a été traumatisée dans son enfance et est devenue un passager. Un hôte pour le parasite. C'est pas un film sur les aliens, mais sur la possession. Après le choc, la victime se dissocie et un cerf apparaît, comme dans Blanche-Neige. Et les animaux sont là pour tromper la victime. C'est pour ça qu'on voit des cerfs dans les films, comme dans Le Monde après nous, produit par Obama. Et sur sa nouvelle photo, des branches forment des bois de cerfs au-dessus de sa tête. Une façon de nous dire que nos dirigeants sont possédés. C'est pour ça qu'ils s'attaquent toujours aux enfants, comme dans le film Hansel et Gretel, cité par Margaret. Donc toutes ces divulgations ovni étaient planifiées pour nous faire croire à un sauveur externe. Alors qu'en fait il s'agit de possession. C'était le plan depuis le début. Vous habituer, vous faire aimer et vous faire accepter l'entité. Et c'est une prise de contrôle collective qui arrive pile pendant la Coupe du Monde. Et FIFA en gématria satanique est égal à 23-19.
Alright guys, you have hounded me, you've crucified me for not giving the audios that I heard with the celebrities. So I found the one with Johnny Depp, I'm gonna post it right now. And be easy, alright? I'm new to all of this, so I'm figuring it out as we go.
Leo, I was so damn disappointed in him, man. He got addicted, not just to the parties, to the whole ritual circuit. I remember punching him in the face, crying like a baby, the first time he told me what he'd done to stay on top. He just laughed through the blood and said, "Fuck you, choir boy."
One of the most disturbing revelations he made involved someone the public once saw as America's sweetheart, Ellen DeGeneres. He claims her very public decline is no mystery at all.
Ellen's got kuru from eating infected human brain matter. That's why her body and mind are falling apart on camera. It was an open secret on her show. They were handing out dumplings laced with human meat to audience members. A lot of those people are probably dying now and have no idea why. She thought it was hilarious.
How are certain foods banned in other countries but not the US? Like red 40 and yellow 5 and chlorine washed chicken and like GMOs and additives. Like all of these things being banned in other countries but then not the US. Like that doesn't make sense. Once it's banned somewhere, anywhere, because it's linked to diseases or literally chronic illness or horrible shit, doesn't matter where it was discovered that that was the case for these foods and for these additives and carcinogens and fucking pesticides and GMOs. It should be banned everywhere. Like, if there's a test to prove that it's linked to horrible shit, it should just get banned everywhere. Why the fuck does the US just say, no, it's okay, it's fine? It's banned everywhere else, but no, it's okay over here. They did tests that says it's linked to, you know, some terrible shit if it's consumed. But, you know, it's fine. It's okay. We're just going to keep doing that. Like, that is just proof enough that they are trying to keep the population in the U.S. sick. Because Big Pharma got a fucking hand in that shit, and I don't care. Big Pharma is at the hands of this right here, bitch. That's why the food makes you sick. Why the fuck do they have all of this horrible shit in food? And it's banned in other countries, but it's perfectly fine for us. Bitch, we're all humans. Like, it doesn't, nothing changed. I don't understand. I really don't get that. If it's banned anywhere because it's linked to horrible shit, I just feel like the world should maybe not be consuming that anymore. Like, but the US just feels like she's exempt every time. What?
If you're wondering why we just heard Trump and JD Vance turn their backs on Israel,
they don't have to knock down a building every time somebody walks into it.
If I was in the cabinet of the Israeli government, I might not be attacking the only powerful ally that I have anywhere left in the entire world.
it's because the midterms are coming and they know how unpopular they are. But it's all scripted, and the answer is not the Democrats because they're also owned by the same people. If you hear the media or influencers still promoting this right versus left system, they're either completely blind or they're part of the psyop to keep you trapped in that slave mentality. The left won't save us and the right won't save us. If we want to win, we have to put our energy on the issues. Just like we did when we collectively called out the hentai virus. They had to drop it because there was too many of us. Just like they're doing now in Albania to stop this foreign takeover. The Albanians are aligned on the issue, just like the Canadian truckers did to end the mandates. Now we have to do the same with the data centers, with the wars, with the interest rates, with this big tech overreach, with gender fluidity, with OnlyFans, with the chemtrails, with getting accountability for the Epstein files, and anything that is killing humanity. When we remove the manufactured lies that are dividing us, we can fix anything as long as we're aligned on the issues.
Ain't no way this is Taraji. What has happened to Taraji? That's impossible. There's no way that this is Taraji. What happened to her? She looks very, very different. And everybody around her is embracing her new look. Who's this? Who is this right here? Because this don't look like Taraji. Really think about it. Since when does Taraji take pictures like this? Since when? Come on, guys, pay attention. Taraji even had the nerve to say that nothing was done. Nothing was done. This is what she said, right? But if you look, it looks like something was done. Her neck looks different. Her chin looks different. Her nose looks different. Her face is more slimmer and more stronger. Something is going on with Taraji, because this is the real Taraji. The Taraji I know, the baby boy Taraji that I know, that I remember. All right? You understand what I'm talking about? This is Taraji, for sure. This is Taraji, right? Come on, guys, you remember, we've been watching this lady for years. Yep, there she is. There's the real Taraji. This is what people are saying. If you ask me, Taraji's just been taking care of herself and she came out with a new look. And it's always the women that come out with a new look, more than the men. Very interesting. Yep, this is Taraji too. This is her. You know it's her. We know this for sure. This can't be Taraji right here. It just cannot be Taraji, guys. There's no way. Look at her. She's laughing at us. She's like, you think they'll notice? Shut up. Something's going on with Taraji. I'm just playing my guys. Entertainment purposes only. Shout out to Taraji and her new look. She looks marvelous for her age. I think she's like 55. Not bad at all. I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think. You think this is her or she's been replaced? I think that's her. Let me know. I'm out.
Wouldn't it be crazy if Ivanka Trump was on a Rothschild boat? Yeah, she was on a Rothschild yacht to go to Albania. That's what they're protesting about, is because the Trumps are setting up what I think is the next Epstein Island. How long have I tried to tell you that they're bought? For a real American president, look below.
There is a social media ban in the UK. So where they're trying to deplatform 16-year-olds and under to where they can't have social media. Seems like a good idea. Like, okay, you want to limit the screen time for kids. But there's a bigger play at hand, because with that ban, now they're starting to talk about blocking VPNs, freedom of speech. This is how they did it with 9/11. 9/11 happens. What happened right after that? The Patriot Act. For our safety.
Create the problem. Solve the problem. Solve the problem.
Correct.
Solve the problem.
We're starting to see this again because, again, for our safety, they're going to say, oh, for the kids, and then they're going to slap on these laws to where freedom of speech, yeah, let's strike that.
I've always said, though, I'm like, yo, why are they allowing so much stuff to get out? Why are they allowing so much information to flow? You know, they play 5D chess.
Correct.
So I'm like, why now? It went from polar opposite.
Right.
So they have to open the floodgates just to close them.
Build you up to break you down. For what reason? I don't know. We're making money for these platforms. If a creator makes $1 million a year,
imagine what they're making.
Exactly. So they can outlaw whatever they want for our safety. And this is what's happening in Canada. It's happening slowly here, UK obviously, because there's another guy who just got certified under the Mental Health Act in Canada.
Oh, yeah. I heard about this guy, yeah.
He actually gets pulled over. Then what happens is that they're like, oh, we're taking you, we're going to monitor you for the next 48 hours. He's a physician.
Okay.
And he's of
So
sound
what?
mind.
He was probably just posting stuff, probably posting our videos.
What he was posting, he was saying the CCP, China, was occupying the Canadian government. So he had a bunch of documents, and then they said, oh, he had a bomb threat called in on him, and then he gets pulled over, and then that happens.
Ask me what movie. You want to know?
Yeah.
Yes. We all want to know.
I was just waiting. I wanted to see your faces. Dark Angel.
I never seen it.
Jessica Alba. That's how I actually first found out about her. But it literally, all the bullshit that's happening, there was a whole ban, right, on a whole, like, everything. Fucking toothpaste. Like, stupid shit. But the government was behind it all. But there was one dude that was like podcast radio kind of guy. They called him Eyes Only. And he literally was exposing, all of their military bullshit or whatever. And she was, she was an experiment. They went through this whole shit. Like, they banned everything and you couldn't do shit without permits and
that's where we're going.
Yeah, no,
certifications.
That is where we're going.
Human body is surrounded by an etheric or energy field. This energy field is sometimes referred to as an aura, but it is not the true aura that we think of in metaphysics. This magnetic field is an area of energy. This area of energy forms an egg-like atmospheric sheath around the physical body, usually extending 3 to 5 feet from it in each direction. This energy field is the basis of virtue, because this energy field depends for its reality, its serviceability, and its protecting power to move emotion, thought, and the attitudes of the person around which this magnetic field is gathered.
The following film shows the human energy field radiating outward from the body. It dynamically changes based on the physical conditions, the feeling states, the motivations of the person, in interaction with energy radiation from objects and living things. See that as the child moves into the mother's field, the affection between them changes the overall field to a pink color. Individuals' fields blend and enhance when there is a warm, caring relationship.
Every human body is surrounded by an energy field. These magnetic fields are something you don't pay much attention to, but the truth is that the entire survival of the individual depends on maintaining the integrity of this energy flow. Now, the moment we break the spiritual rules, we damage that magnetic flow. We have to observe the laws of nature, and if we don't, the magnetic field fails. It can be damaged by unbridled living. It can be destroyed by moods, attitudes, fear, complexes, alcohol, drugs, narcotics, all kinds of things. But if this field is damaged, it reacts immediately through the health of the individual. You must never allow yourself to develop attitudes that are incompatible with the integrity that nature has bestowed.
Every thought and feeling you hold creates a measurable electromagnetic field around your body. Different emotions carry different frequencies. Fear, anger, and envy generate lower vibrational patterns, while love, gratitude, and joy produce higher, more coherent ones. Most people live unaware that their inner state is constantly broadcasting signals into the field around them.
You are electromagnetic. Disease shows in your energy field before it shows up in your physical body. If you are low frequency with the food and the thoughts and emotions you feel, your energy will then match the low frequency where illness exists. But if you raise your vibration of your energy, positive thoughts, good emotions, and healthy food, you will not vibrate on the same frequency as illness. You are an energetic being. Everything exists as a vibration. Trees emit high energy. Forest is for rest because it neutralizes and balances your energy. Everything is made lifeless for a reason. When you meet someone, there is a frequency balance between your two energies. If your frequency is very high and their frequency is very low, your frequency will decrease and their frequency will increase to meet in the middle and balance out the energies. Therefore, it's very important who you keep in your surroundings, because people can steal your energy. So be very careful who you keep in your surroundings, because their thoughts, their beliefs, their internal state can rub off and infect you.
In Aleister Crowley's Book of the Law, he claimed to channel a being called Aiwass. It's very interesting that Aiwass looks a lot like Megamind, but also depictions of ancient Egyptian sun worship with the elongated skulls. You also have the god Amun, or Amun-Ra, who is sometimes depicted with blue skin, kind of like Dr. Manhattan. Now I'm going to show you a few Hollywood depictions of aliens, since everyone's getting so excited about the big reveal of aliens, like it hasn't been in your face this whole time. First up, we have Shrek, an ogre who just wanted to live in peace. And mind you, grown people are going to argue with me about him being an ogre. Where did Shrek live? In the swamps, right? There's another very famous figure in history who lived in the marshlands or the swamps, also known as Osiris. Then we have Yoda in Star Wars. Don't argue yet, but George Lucas, wasn't he training Jedi Knights? Like the Jed pillars in Egypt? But most of y'all knew that one, that's fair. But then it just gets a little ridiculous. You got Lloyd in space, the three-eye alien from Pizza Planet, Gamora of Guardians of the Galaxy, Elphaba. They always give us such magical, mystical powers. Now, I've already gone into the technical meanings of the word alien. And even in the past, I've talked about how the amygdala of the brain looks very men in black themed. My whole point is that they want to continue to paint mysticism as some secret, unobtainable superpower, which, mind you, it's a DNA thing. In my opinion, I'll just say in my opinion. But why give us so many movies of the same depictions? And why are y'all always choosing very specific ethnicity with very specific skin colors to play these creatures? And mind you, these are coming from some of y'all's favorite directors. Then you just let the White House play in your face with this, they walk among us. Absolutely, we've been walking. We walk forth by day. That's how the story has always gone. So anyway, TikTok, this is for entertainment purposes only.
Why does Drewski make fun of almost every race, religion, and gender, but still connect with Justin Bieber, Drake, that's sponsored by KFC, Raising Cane's, T-Mobile, all of these companies? Everything you see on screen right now. Who pays him behind the scenes? His first talent manager, Johnny Shapiro, who changed his name to Johnny Shipes, found him early and connected him with the whole hip-hop industry. Johnny and Drewski started a fake talent show, making fun of music label CEOs, and Johnny Shipes helped him turn the fake music company into a real media company. Today, his manager is Drew Friedman. Drewski's also signed to William Morris Endeavors, run by Ari Emanuel.
Put up one tweet, and then Ari Emanuel put, oh, we gotta drop this nigga.
But he does donate to a lot of charities, like the Simon Wiesenthal Center, Joe Biden, Kamala, Hillary. Drewski got most his mainstream following appearing on Drake, Lil Yachty, and Jack Harlow's music videos. This artist, until Drake very recently, owned by UMG, which is run by Lucian Grange.
Drake has a rich baby daddy named Lucian and Universal.
UMG, which owns now is being sued by Drake for promoting Kendrick's diss tracks after finding out Drake wanted to renegotiate his contract. His son Elliot Grange runs Atlanta Music Group, which owns Bruno Mars, Ed Sheeran, Cardi B, Wiz Khalifa, Lil Uzi, Don Toliver, Kodak Black, Gucci Mane. Lucian Grange is great friends with Rob Stringer, CEO of Sony Music, and Sherry Lansing, former CEO of Paramount, which was bought by Larry Ellison, one of the richest men in the world. You don't even have to be talented, you just need the right connection. Controlled controversy gets attention and investment. If you don't want to be a puppet like Drewski and be the one holding the strings, comment Drewski, I'll give you the full article how to invest in people like Drewski.
Alright, this guy is referring to Oliver Tree and the fact that things like him eating dog food and having the Montauk headphones on when we were forced to eat dog food, being in between two helicopters in one of his music videos, he basically showed you all the stuff. Him holding up a smaller version of himself, like a little doll version of himself, to show you that he's gonna die and be reborn. He's showing you all the stuff, right? And this guy is saying, isn't that a good thing? No, it's not, because you all don't realize they're mocking you. They're not fucking showing you to tell you. When a person tells you something, hey, this thing is happening. Motherfucker had millions of followers, millions of fans. He could have just got on his fucking shit, went live, millions of people would have screen recorded it, and he could have told you, hey, these people are running a fucking cannibal cult and they eat babies. He could have just done that. And I guarantee he knew that. I guarantee that he saw that. Look at his girlfriend. Look at who he was dating. It was obviously a high priestess of Satan. She's obviously a fucking mother of darkness. Look, man, I see him as someone who cared about his art a lot and genuinely made good music. And he wanted his art to be successful so bad that he did sell his soul. So as an artist, he actually did it for the right reasons, which is why people say he was one of the good ones. He didn't do it because he wanted to fucking rape kids. He didn't do it because he wanted the money. He didn't do it because he wanted all that. He wanted people around the world to know his music, and he also uplifted the artists around him and stuff. So when people say that he was one of the good ones in that regard, yes, he was. But he got himself in some trouble by signing a record contract. And all I'm doing is telling you, when you make fucking deals with the devil, Don't act confused when you find out it's the fucking devil. Do you understand what I'm saying? And all of this excusing, all of this celebrity worship, all of this, well, he was one of the good ones, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. It's not helping anything. When I say until people get perp walked, until we see motherfuckers in the gallows that were in those files, we have to assume it's all of them. Because most of that shit is redacted, people. So I doubt he was one of the worst, but also, how the fuck do you know? Celebrity worship is just mind control. It's just an advanced form of mind control that's sucking up your energy and making you stupid. And until you realize that, I can't help you.
There is no anime, no video game, no fiction that has a more peak storyline than life itself. Here is the plot. The story starts with you. You are an infinite being who has the power to do anything. And in your boredom, you fragment yourself into an infinite piece of consciousnesses and send yourself into a physical simulation called Earth. And when you descended, your memory was wiped. You woke up as a human, fragile, isolated, and convinced that what you can see and touch is all there is. And so the game began. But inside the game, some of the players had already awakened. An ancient order, older than any civilization you've been taught about, never forgot. They kept the esoteric knowledge, the hermetic laws, and understanding of how consciousness actually works, except they made a choice not to liberate the other players in the game, but to control. So they built systems to keep you asleep, education that teaches obedience, media that feeds fear, debt and noise and propaganda designed to keep your attention pointed outward because they know something about you that they don't want you to know. They don't want you to know that you came here with a mission encoded and installed inside of you before you arrived on Earth, and it's called excitement. That aliveness that you feel when you get quiet enough to hear it is the code written inside of you before you enter the simulation. But when you live in fear, you exist in survival mode, beta brainwaves, which pulls your focus to the external instead of the internal, and you can't access your inner divinity. And so they purposely keep you afraid, keep you scrolling, keep you fighting each other because distracted players don't wake up. But then, something strange happens. Players in the simulation start to glitch and they receive a feeling, a knowing that the world they've been handed doesn't match the one they feel in their bones. And through meditation, going within and listening to your heart, you activate the code written inside of you. You start receiving intuitive downloads, synchronicities, nudges from outside of the simulation trying to help you. And when you live in alignment with the tips from the game masters, you start manifesting things you can't explain, and you realize the game is responding to you because you are both the player and the coder. We have the same power as the elites do. And that's exactly why they don't want us to unlock them. It would reset their game and put us on an even playing field. And the most dangerous thing of all is when players like you start fighting each other. One awakened soul is an anomaly, easily dismissed, easily isolated. But conscious players who recognize each other, who start building outside the systems designed to cage them, who choose love over fear as a daily act of revolution, that is the thing the ancient order has spent centuries trying to prevent. Because when enough players remember, the simulation doesn't get overthrown, it gets outgrown entirely. If you see this video, it's not an accident. It's a message from outside the game trying to wake you up. Imagine that. You are the main character. You came here encoded with everything you need. You are being guided from outside the simulation towards the version of yourself that remembers who they are. If you subscribe to what you've been told, nothing changes. But if you wake up, go within, and level up your frequency, you become the hero of your own story, and the world changes with you. This is the greatest story that no piece of fiction could ever write. It's real. And now that you've seen this, the door is open. It's up to you to learn more or to shut the door. It just got painted as fiction, so you would never take it seriously.
The biggest lie you've ever been told is that your thoughts belong to you. You actually have crystals in your pineal gland, which is in your brain, that receives these thoughts. You only think that you thought them. In physics, there's this concept called the piezoelectric effect, where when you deform a material, it emits a charge. So similarly, when you deform the crystals in your pineal gland, they also emit a charge. And this is why your brain is not a generator, but a receiver. Don't believe me? Here, let me explain. Listen to how people already talk about their thoughts. The idea came to me. It hit me. It dawned upon me. Even our own language implies that thoughts come to us. But from where? In many ancient traditions, they have this concept of a third eye, and many scientists today understand it as the pineal gland. And when the pineal gland, when the crystals inside emit a charge, what this does is it creates an electromagnetic field around your body that has a certain frequency. And if the frequency is high enough, it can tune into the higher frequencies, the higher energy fields that we can sense with our five senses. It can tune into those higher energy fields and then download that frequency, download all that information And this is where people get insane thoughts like Albert Einstein, Nikola Tesla, is because their third eye was opened up. So they were able to get information from the infinite consciousness. And not only can this increase your creativity, but it can also restore the health in your body as well. Now the question is, how do you open up your pineal gland? I'll be talking about this more on part 2 of this video.
I just saw Disclosure Day and I cannot stop thinking about this one impactful line. This is not a spoiler, by the way. In the movie, a high-level government official says, "We believe the believers, and then we starve the rest of the population from believing them." Whew! We believe the believers, and then we starve the rest of the population from believing them. Let that really sink in for a second. I talk to dead people, and for a long time, I thought sharing my gifts with the world, what I know and feel to be my truth, people would think I was crazy. For years, I never talked about it. I would dilute how I talked about it. And if I've learned anything from gaining 15,000 of you in the last week, after deciding to finally authentically share my truths, it's that people are starting to believe the believers. And that's what's going to heal our world.